All right, so in this video series, we're talking about superstar mindset, the unique traits, characteristics, abilities of a champion, someone who doesn't just want to win at a normal level, they want to win consistently, long term. Today, we got a true winner with us on here, and we're going to be talking with the CEO, big dog around this place, Bob Safaya.
What's up?
So, Bob, when you hear somebody talk about putting together the superstar mindset, you have a lot of those traits, you see it, you've seen a lot of different moving parts with a lot of different people. When you hear someone talk about the relentless pursuit of excellence, where does that take your head to? What does it make you think?
First, the word relentless.
Relentless.
How do you even frame that word besides with the word relentless, right? I guess if I was looking at relentless in the pursuit of excellence, so we got relentless, maybe we defined relentless first, then we defined pursuit, and then we defined excellence.
I like that.
I know it makes me think when you say that is the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
But the pursuit of excellence, I mean, I guess some people aren't happy with excellence, right?
Does excellence move
some people don't
towards
create happiness. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's definitely a motivator.
I love that. I mean, one of the things Relentless makes me think about is years ago, it was one of the very first, if not the very first book that you sent to me on Audible. Tim Grover has a great book. If you haven't read it, definitely one you would want to check out, and it's called Relentless.
It's a good book.
Really, really good book. So like anything in specific, so of course the relentless, you can breaking it down into the relentless, the pursuit of excellence, and bringing that full circle to true happiness, right? Like where's your head going?
So relentless, I would think that's something that I don't see in many people.
Yeah.
Like whatever they're pursuing, whether it's happiness, whether it's excellence, whether it's fame, whether it's fortune, that pursuit isn't a relentless pursuit. So that's why I feel like that's really important, you know. That relentless piece. Now, is that something that people are born with, or is that something that you can learn? Is that something that's developed?
Because it could be a combination of both, you know, because when you just have that push through whatever mentality, because we're all going to come with obstacles. I mean, success is not easy. A lot of people they give up or quit before it gets to the second part of success because it sucks before you succeed, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people give up before that, and just that relentless pursuit of even when you're winning at a high level. Someone, you know, even mentioned in this video was talking about Kobe Bryant. Even though he won 5 championships and he was always getting better, that was one of his focuses. Every single day is what can I do now to get a little bit better, to improve.
But that's the pursuit of excellence, not the pursuit of winning or the pursuit of success or the pursuit. Yeah. The pursuit of excellence is far superior to, I mean, when I say superior, in my mind, I think that excellence, it makes me think about another thing. It's like that thing that Paul Cummings, my brother-in-law, had sent, and I had it in my profile for a long time. It's like, perfection is the goal, excellence, all right. Perfection is the goal, excellence will be tolerated. Mm-hmm. And after thinking about that, I mean, I thought about it. It was in my Facebook profile for probably 10 years, 8 years. That was like the about section.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really make much sense. Like, perfection is the goal. Okay, so saying, I guess that would rank perfection above excellence, right? Is excellence better than successful? Or where does all that stuff rank, right? Yeah. Like, that's why I took it out. I mean, I had it in there, and I lived by that thought for a long time. Uh-huh. But then when I started thinking about it, it's like, I don't know. Is perfection? Is that what I'm in pursuit of?
Is that what you're in pursuit of?
I'm not in pursuit of perfection.
I mean, it even makes me think about another great book, and that's The Gap in the Gain. If you haven't read that one, another really, really good read. And the reason it makes me think about that is because, like, when you say perfection is the goal and excellence will be tolerated, and it's like, when you get to that point, you know, of course you want that relentless pursuit of excellence, and it's like, what do you focus on? Like, yes, I'm making all of these. Do you get caught up in the gap of where you want to get to, or do you focus on the gains of, like, I've made it this far and I've done so much, I've made so much progress. I still continually want to get better, though, for me.
Yeah.
And those around.
That was like that coach. We were so excited to sign up with that coach. You know, he had changed our lives before in another course.
Yeah.
And then we signed up for him. And he said, my goal is to have a 10 out of 10 coaching call with you. And if it's not a 10, that means I failed or something like that.
It was very close to that. It was very close to that. Very close to that.
So then he asked me what it was. How was I going to say a 10? Like, did he really want to think that he was perfect?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do I want to be coached by someone that thinks they're perfect?
Yeah.
But he asked why I fired him. And that was the reason. The reason was, you think you're a 10 out of, you think I'm supposed to rank you a 10? There's no room for improvement?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out of business with you. Sorry.
So with that, I mean, going on to it too, like, are there some specific traits or what, from your experience, right? You've dealt with a lot of people. You've sold a lot of real estate. You've had a lot of top producers come in. You've done deals with a lot of top producers. Someone that you would say, or what is something that you see in someone that you would say, wow, like, it just triggers it. Maybe you hadn't put the name on it of a relentless pursuit of excellence up until this point. Although, like, what is something that you see in someone that you're like, wow, they push through. There's someone that pushes through.
Improvement in skills. Like, I think that skills, like, people, you know, there's machines out there. There's soldiers out there that'll just, you know, they'll just keep moving. They'll keep pushing and they'll keep hitting numbers, but they don't really hit the numbers because they don't have the skills. But I believe that even if you're talented, like continuous learning and not thinking you're a 10 out of 10 and constantly in the pursuit of getting better, like, so how do I recognize that in people? Well, it's more of not recognizing it in people, I guess. I guess when it's there, it's there. When you see someone that's going after it and that
have that next level, that next gear.
Yeah, because I'm always throwing out bait to have that conversation with people. There's always like, hey, I watched this video, or hey, I saw this, or hey, did you see that? And that's always going on in my world. Like, I'm always throwing out those little things, and it's just some people respond, some people don't. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, we're in the same game, we're doing the same thing. Like, why doesn't that interest you?
Being a sports guy makes me think a lot about too. Like, just I relate a lot of things to sports, and I've heard it even said once before. It was like, was Michael Jordan the greatest athlete ever? It's debatable, right? That's what they said. Is was he the greatest athlete ever? And what they were looking for in that was no. That there's people out there that were more athletic than Michael Jordan himself, but they didn't have that relentless pursuit of grinding and pushing forward to win and be the best version of themselves. Personally, even I played with some guys that were phenomenal athletes. And some of the ones who made it to a farther level, may not have been as gifted or as athletic as some of the ones who didn't.
That's good.
It's like that mentality, that superstar mindset.
I mean, that book was basically about Michael Jordan, though. The Relentless book. I mean,
it was.
That really is a good comparison. I think it starts with knowing that you're not perfect. Knowing that you're never going to be perfect. There's always going to be another level to go to. But if, like, you put yourself in the category of excellence, which, you know, someone that's in that category doesn't put themselves in that category, right? Like, you're never going to say I'm excellent. Like, I perform with excellence.
And I work on getting better every single day.
I work on getting better every day.
I think a big part about it too is like a big part of that is who you surround yourself with. That's always, you know, it's always a big thing. Who you surround yourself with. Is everybody around you telling you, I mean, not saying that you're comparing yourself to anything else. You want to be the best version of yourself. But like, is it the people that you surround yourself? Are you surrounding yourself with winners who also push towards excellence?
Right.
Or people, are you the head of the class? Because if you're the head of the class, you may be in the wrong room.
I was thinking about it today when we did that little exercise with the goals and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, it's real easy for me to spell out my 1-year goals, and it's real easy for me to spell out my long-term goals, but it's those mid-range goals that become a little more challenging. And I think the reason why, and this is what I identified while we were doing that, is that just like that perfection, like if perfection is what you're going for, that kind of alludes to the fact that you're not adaptable.
You're right.
Like there's always going to take, everything changes so much. It's changed so much from last month or the last year. Like the things we're doing to get business today, I got this binder that's got we call it the playbook. I mean, we put the playbook together. We did like 3 or 4 versions of it, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like spelling it out, how to start day one and end up being a top producer.
Yeah.
And we might as well just burn it. It's like I got all this extra paper and all these extra binders that I could just throw away because things have changed so much, not just in the market, but in the way that I do business, the way that actually is effective in doing business today. So I think that adaptable piece has a lot to do with that pursuit of excellence. Like you have to be adaptable, and you have to be persistent, and you have to pay attention to what's going on around you.
You have to be able to make adjustments and be open to making adjustments. Because I mean, if you, again, going back to sports again, you hear it said multiple times that name the sport is a game of adjustments.
Yeah.
Name the sport is a game of adjustments. And the winners actually make those adjustments. A lot of adjustments are made at halftime.
That's right.
A lot of adjustments are made throughout the game, throughout any game that you're playing, whether it's business, sports, whatever it is. You got to be adaptable, and you got to be able to make those adjustments that are necessary to win.
If you're not, your competition is. They're making adjustments.
They'll make the adjustments.
If they're your competition, they're making adjustments. So like knowing that you have to always adapt and you have to be persistent and self-reflective. Like you also have to reflect on yourself, like in a way that like you got to know that sometimes things take you away from that pursuit.
A big part of that right there, like why you take the second to think on that, is like a big part of that is being really clear on where the destination is.
Yeah.
Because like those adjustments, an adjustment could take you could think you're making the right adjustment, but it's taking you all the way off course of where you really want to be. Having that clarity on where it is, like when you talk about that relentless pursuit of excellence, like what does excellence look like to you? Yeah. Setting out that future vision of yourself, where do you want to get to?
Yeah. I think that pursuit of excellence is part of the skills. Like I think it's all the skills. It's everything put together, because you have like just going through the motions isn't going to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
Just going through the motions isn't going to get you there, because there's more to it than that.
Mm-hmm. You got anything else that you want to run through on the relentless pursuit of excellence?
I just think commitment. I think being disciplined and having commitment. Sometimes I think, you've named a couple of books, but Atomic Habits.
It's a really, really good one.
I mean, talk about like ways to trick yourself into commitment and discipline. I mean, that book is lays it out. And I think that there's a lot of things that I do in my life that trick me into, not trick me, but maybe that's the wrong word, but there's a lot of triggers that I set for myself, or traps, commitment traps and discipline traps that I set for myself to keep me on the right path. When I know some mornings or some afternoons are tougher than mornings for me, but to stay on track and to not find a reason not to stay on track. Like I have things that I trip over that make me fall back into track. So that I also think is a big one.
One thing on that right there is just a motto I heard recently, and it's start strong, finish strong.
Yep.
Start strong, finish strong. And I know we've all heard that many of times, but in this reference, it's start your day strong, finish your day strong. Start your day by looking at the goals, or what future goals do you have for yourself? What are you working on right now? What do you need to get accomplished that day? Starting your day strong, focusing in on you. And then finishing your day strong as well, talking about the review of what you've done. Like, what did I get done today, and what can I get done tomorrow?
It's almost like what I wrote out, what you're saying right now. It's like...
Really? The one I've been in, Bob, is like every single... And this came from the Gap in the Game book, and it's every single day, at the end of every single day, writing down at least one win from the day. You can typically add up more than that. It can be a major win, or it could be a small win. Writing down some wins for the day, and then also brainstorming and writing down a few wins that you're going to be having tomorrow. Wins for the day, wins for tomorrow.
The relentless pursuit of excellence blends curiosity, resilience, adaptability, and a thirst for knowledge. It's a mindset that changes complacency and pushes for unparalleled achievement in every endeavor.
We're in this series talking about a superstar mindset. We want you to focus on getting better, and we're here to do whatever we can on this end to help you get better. Stay strong, start strong, finish strong. Peace.